Hey there, I'm Ricardo, founder of Garden, a school to learn, connect, and build stuff together. So today we're here with John, founder of Cropsafe. If you can briefly introduce yourself, John, and what you do.
Hi, I'm John, co-founder at Cropsafe, and we're building an automated operating system for farmers across the world to help automate the buying and selling of their produce.
And the first question that I'd like to ask you, John, is how do you use AI and how do you target such an old style market?
We use AI in our software to help automate the difficult tasks that farmers have to do. So things like filing their taxes or negotiating with buyers or tracking what fertilizers or seeds were put on a field over time. And this helps farmers so they don't have to write this down on pen and paper and notebooks and brings it into a centralized place.
What AI trends do you see in the coming future?
I think as what is happening with most businesses is people are just starting to get automated out, whether that's through mechanical tasks they do or just mundane data entry tasks. So accountants, for example, I think that's something that's been slowly automated out over the next year or two, which we're seeing within agriculture. And then certainly I think that will follow by financial advisors, and then obviously the machinery and the actual farmers on the field will start to be automated out as well. But I think that's just something that's inevitable and will happen eventually, and it's something that we shouldn't really fight. Instead, just build software on top and work with it.
Cool. I think also there are some problems here because there could be some ethical consideration. So, do you see any bad things that could happen?
I think there's quite a lot of ethical concerns, especially with automation out of different jobs. But my opinion is I think that's a good thing. I think it's good that jobs are changing because I think you can't bring positive impact without change. And I think being against automation of jobs is quite against our nature as humans to grow and evolve. So I think that's something that will happen eventually. And I think we should make regulations, we should make rules as the software kind of comes out rather than ahead of time. Because I think building ahead of time and regulating ahead of time can stifle innovation.
I I really think that is a really interesting market. But do you see any competitive competitors in your space, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think probably the largest competitor in our space is Microsoft Excel. The farmers still use quite a lot. So that's the main competitor that we're competing against. And of course, farmers just using their notebooks. Like a notebook is a competitor to us because that's something farmers use every single day. Um, but I think once you branch into the education piece and telling farmers how they can improve their yields or improve their profit or save more time by using your software, they can. It's much more easy to convert them over. So I think it's about educating the farmer first and then selling them into your software, which works well for us.
So, John, there are a lot of people here in the audience that wants to get into AI. You already start something, of course, is also a venture capital round. So, do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, I think as I always mention is the only barrier is yourself. I think because we have the internet, we have pretty much every piece of knowledge that humans have ever produced on your computer. As long as you have an internet connection, I don't think you have an excuse of why you haven't started something. Like I don't think funding is an excuse. I don't think what school you went to is an excuse, or I don't think like the background or whatever country you grew up in is an excuse to why you can't start something. Everything's on the internet. You can launch a website for free. You can host it for free. You can use Figma to design for free. You can use Product Hunt to market your product for free. So I think there's a lot of resources out there that make excuses not a valid excuse to start something. So you are your own barrier, and you got to get past that first before you can build anything else.
Awesome. I think that's a really great advice for every young founder or person out there. So thanks a lot, John. I will leave the link to your website here down below and the link to Garden down below. Thank you.
Thank you.